Yo, what's going on, people? So a couple of weeks back, when I was doing my Kingdom Hearts 15th anniversary retrospective video, I let slip a comment. It was more like a stab to the idea, the concept, the notion, the phenomenon, if you will, of New Year's resolutions. New year, new me, yada yada yada. And folks were wondering why I had such a cynical and pessimistic viewpoint on the idea of someone trying to better themselves. So, we're making a whole video about it. Now, when you're talking about new year, new me, all of that stuff, the idea of bettering yourself is not inherently wrong. It isn't. Because we as human beings, what we want more than anything is to be more than adequate. We want the opportunity to shine. And even the people who don't want to admit these sort of things, there are just certain aspects of their day-to-day life, whether it's mundane or exciting, where they wish it could be that much better. And wanting to work on yourself, personal development, self-improvement is actually a very admirable thing. Me, myself, and I've been going through a lot of that over the past couple of years. I know some of the things I'm talking about in this video might seem very strange because I've never ever discussed them on YouTube. Well, it's mainly due to the fact that I haven't really had an avenue where I could interject some of this sort of stuff. For the very first time, you guys are going to be hearing some of my history and why I despise the idea of setting arbitrary goals and attaching that to a new year to better you. There's nothing wrong with wanting to become the best version of you. Whether you want to lose weight, whether you want to advance in your career, or if you want to do something so simple like completing a video game backlog. All those things are fine. But when you attach all of your missteps through the past and all the things that you've been going through, and you try to bundle that stuff up and say, well, I'll just wait until next year, and that's when things are going to be better. That's when I'm going to kick things into high gear. You've already failed. You've already committed one of the biggest sins because you are waiting for a date to come. You are waiting for a new year as if that's going to change anything about you, as if there isn't anything you could do today, no steps that you can take to help achieve that goal, to help achieve your vision. A lot of people like to think that since the clock strikes midnight and it is now January 1st, insert year here, that's where they're able to become the best version of you. But that is simply not true. What you did on December 31st and January 1st, the date on the calendar is meaningless because you still have the same amount of time to make those changes. Take it from a guy who has been through the ringer when it comes to this sort of thing. What's one of the biggest New Year's resolutions that you hear from people? I want to be healthy, I want to lose weight, I want to build some muscle, I want to be more attractive. You hear a lot of people say that. So what do you see on the very first day up until like 2 weeks in the gym? You see a lot of people who are there not really knowing what they're doing, taking up gym space. And if you are a gym rat like me, that is one of the most irritating times of the year. Because you, a person who has committed yourself to this lifestyle, has to share it with a lot of people. Again, that might come off as very cynical. Why are you hating on people who want to better themselves? It's not them bettering themselves that are the problem. It's why they're there. They think that just because it's a new year, this is when they get a chance to change themselves. When in actuality, they could be doing this at any point of the year. And what happens? After those 2 weeks, those New Year's resolutioners are fed up. They're not seeing the progress they want. They haven't lost 20 pounds in 2 weeks on the elliptical. They think that doing, 2 sets of 6 for curls is going to build muscle. And then when they realize that they're not gaining weight and the weight is fluctuating and their diet isn't in point, they go back to their original life. And as time goes on and they get further and further away from their goal, they say, okay, I'll just wait till next year because I'm clearly not going to be making any progress. You have already failed. Success is not dictated by the date on a calendar. Success comes from within, and you realizing that you will make the time for the things that you want. No matter what obstacles that you have, whether you are dealing with a mountain or a molehill, we all have the same 24 hours in the day to make our dreams come true. It may sound corny and inspirational, but that is true since I have lived this. As a person who has struggled with his weight for the longest time, some of you guys don't know this, but growing up, I was actually very skinny. I was extremely skinny. I was, in my parents' culture, you know, they're from Ethiopia, I'm Ethiopian, there's a term called wallow, which essentially translates out to, if I remember correctly, deathly skinny. I was a very skinny kid. And as the years went on and as I became more sedentary and I was playing games and watching TV, you know, I gained a bit of weight. Not a lot considering I'm a tall dude, I'm 6'4", but to me it was an issue because everybody's problem is bigger to them than it is to the outside. So for me, I had the problem of being skinny fat. You know, I had the crazy love handles, you know, I had the man boobs, and I wasn't a fan of that. A lot of people on the outside didn't notice it because I was tall and it kind of leveled out, but I wasn't satisfied. So mid-March 2014, I made a change. I realized I wanted to get my health in order. I started out at 208 pounds, started going to the gym, started working out, and throughout the course of, we're going on 4 years now, there have been a lot of stumbles, there have been a lot of missteps where I didn't know what in the world I was doing, but I kept on the grind. I kept going with the flow. Day in and day out, going to the gym, I was learning so much more than I did the day before. And even when I thought I had learned everything there was, I still found new ways to enhance my thinking. My nutrition. Every single day I found new ways to better it. Making sure I get the most out of it because we only get one body and we have to take care of it. All of those things kept me going throughout the years. And I am still excited every single day to go to the gym, to hit the weights, to come home, refuel my body with the things that it deserves. Taking control of my nutrition is one of the reasons why the past couple of months of YouTube videos have been so consistent. Because when you give your body the fuel it needs, the correct fuel, it will respond in kind. But all of that didn't start on January 1st, 2014. It started in March. And it's something that I kept going. I made it a part of my life. And it has helped me tremendously to become the person I am today. And I'm still learning. The journey isn't over. This is long-term development. This isn't something that has a 30-day and you're done, you're perfect. No, you are still growing. You still have goals you can set for yourselves, and you can still accomplish your vision. That's a lot of problems I think people run into, is that they set these arbitrary goals that really don't mean anything. They say they want to lose weight. Well, what does that mean? You want to lose 5 pounds? You want to lose 10 pounds? But you want to look really good like the supermodels. You want to look like the guys in the fitness magazines. But you don't want to actually set a realistic goal. You want to look good at the beach. You want to look good with your shirt off. So what are you doing from January 1st until June 1st? Is your nutrition in order? Are you training smart and not hard? What are you doing? Just walking on the treadmill? Just eating some food? Rewarding yourself with a cheat meal every 3 days? You haven't put in the effort. You haven't struggled. You haven't done the research. Which is why all of these people, their goals fail. Because they don't prepare. They don't. If you fail to prepare, then prepare to fail. And some people don't like the idea of failure. They don't like that in 2 weeks' time they don't have the body of their dreams. Well, newsflash. You didn't get to 286 pounds and 46% body fat in 2 weeks' time. That was years. It took years for that to happen. So, it's going to take years for you to do a complete recomp. And the more knowledge and details you amass, that can help you in your journey. But the one consistent thing, the one thing that you need to take away from this is that you will struggle. You will hit dead ends. You will hit roadblocks. You will hit points where you think all you're doing is not going to matter. But realize that you are still crafting a better version of you. You are still digging in that tunnel. No matter how many times all you see is just more rubble and rock. You do not see the light at the end of that tunnel. You just keep on digging. You just keep on swimming. You just keep on the grind, and you will achieve what you hold most dear. And in some cases, on this journey of self-discovery, you will find that there are things that you never thought that would be important to you that end up being some of the most valuable assets in your repertoire. Having a great support system, friends who are genuine, friends who respond to you and keep it real. A lot of times when it comes to New Year's resolutioners, people just want to hear encouragement. They want to hear an echo chamber, like, you can do it, go for it, yes. And a lot of the times when people ask me for advice, I keep it 100% real. What I'm going to tell you is not for the faint of heart. I'm going to tell you like it is. You're going to go into that gym. You are going to suffer for your first few months. There are going to be times where you don't know what in the world you're doing. But if you were able to overcome that, if you're able to persevere, if you're able to create a life with fitness, you will get that itch. You will get that bug. You will find the drive and the passion and the motivation. Everything comes from within. But if you are looking for the quick and easy way out, you are always going to remain inadequate. You are always going to be that person who is jealous of the people who worked day in and day out, year after year, to achieve their goals. So that is why I do not like the idea of assigning a date and an arbitrary goal to a year. Because if you're going to wait to do something like that, you don't have the drive, you don't have the motivation, and you certainly don't have the passion to make your dreams come true. Success is only the tip of the iceberg. They don't show you all the failures and the hard work and the struggle that comes from beneath the water. But I'm here to tell you that that stuff is what is necessary because you become a stronger, better individual. That's not something that you could sell at a gym with a membership, a New Year, New Me discount. Just all the encouragement from your friends. Keep going, you got this. No. This is real shit. This is stuff that you need to hear. If you want to be successful, if you want to better yourself, if you want to clear a video game backlog, then do it. Keep on the grind. Keep on moving. Keep on trucking. Because every single day, a little bit of progress goes a long way. And by whatever date you set for yourself, like let's say you want to complete 20 games by the end of 2018. Let's say you're halfway through and you've only completed 5 games. That's not a sign to give up. On the contrary, it's a sign to work harder. It's a sign to find more creative ways to use your time to achieve your goals. Maybe those hours a day that you spend replying to YouTube comments can be used to do something more productive, like playing your games that you spend full price on. So it's all about being really adaptive to your situations and your circumstances. We all want that perfect life, right? We all want the time of day where we can run things on our own schedule, but newsflash, we don't get that opportunity. Some of us, we are awarded that luxury, but others have different things, different work schedules, they have families, they have children, they run their own businesses. But how come those people are successful? How come they can get this stuff done? Because they have passion. And they realize that if they want to achieve some things in life, they're going to have to go the extra mile. That's all I want to talk about today, ladies and gentlemen. I know it came off as kind of preachy, but as a person who's like really lived this shit, and someone who just sees these people come in and time out, it's a very important topic to me. And it's something that I think a lot of people need to realize, that a date does not define what you do in life. It just doesn't. From me to you for now, my name is NGS signing out, and like always, I will catch you guys later. Peace.